Okay, do you have audio now? I was asking, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And I wasn't getting anyone to answer, so I was thinking I maybe didn't have any audio. So do I have audio now? Just let me know. I know it takes a little while for that to come across, so yay, good. I figured it out right away. All right.
Okay, do you have audio
Good.
now?
All right, thank you for those of you that are
asking, can you
now
hear
it
me?
looks
Can
like
you
I have
hear me?
double the sound again.
Let
I
me-
wasn't getting anyone to answer. Mute that. Okay. So, do I just have single the sound now? Hopefully. Last time it kept going back to my beginning. Okay, Betty said can't hear me on. Still no audio. Can everyone hear me now? I can. Okay, Linda said she can hear me now. Can you still hear me? I'm hoping. Okay, good. I don't know what's going on with my audio. So I have two little bars and it's kind of changed. So I think I just have to install this software because I think that as I've made changes, I've messed some things up. So what I was saying when nobody could hear me was that this is not going to be a stamp class. I'm not going to be making anything tonight. What I am going to be doing is I'm going to be going through the annual catalog and I'm going to be pointing out the things that are retiring. And there's also some products that are last chance products that they're reducing. And they will be first come, like once they're gone, they're gone. And that begins on April 4th. So that's coming up in just like 5 days, actually 4 days, because I keep getting mixed up. Today's the 30th, so the 31st, and then April 4th is the date that this starts. So I'm gonna flip my camera to my phone, and we're gonna hope that we don't get disconnected. I will try to watch the comments as best I can, and I will go through the catalog. I'm gonna go through the mini catalog and the annual catalog. I'm gonna start with the annual catalog. So let me flip this. There we go. And I'm gonna hopefully, I've got a little bit of, not too bad with the shadows. Okay, so our Tea Boutique, all of our suites are retiring. Okay, they always retire. That doesn't mean that the stamp sets and the dies aren't coming back. It just means that you can't buy the whole suite of products because all of our designer series papers are retiring. So this designer series paper is retiring, and as of April 4th, it will be 30% off. These envelopes and card bases are going to be 60% off. Okay, the stamp set and the bundle is retiring because the dies are retiring as well. All right, the bundle, a lot of times the bundle is retiring, but either the dies and the stamp set are staying, and you can just order them individually. You just can't get that 10% off for the bundle. So this stamp set is saying the dies are staying, but you can't get it as a bundle. The bundle is retiring. Okay, the bundle is retiring, but you'll still be able to get the stamp set and you'll still be able to get the dies. Okay, this is staying. The bundle is retiring. Okay, this stamp set is retiring. This is the Celebrating You. I'm on page 17. So if you want to follow along in your catalog, feel free to open up your catalog. I'm on page 17 right now. 18 is staying. The punch is staying. The stamp set is staying on page 19, the Sweetest Cherries, but the bundle is retiring. Okay, this stamp set is retiring. The Nothing Better Than. It's been around for a while, page 20. The Daffodil Daydream is retiring on page 21. The Breaking News is retiring, and as of April 4th, you can get it for 20% off. Okay, this stamp set, The Friends Are Like Seashells, is retiring, as is the Paradise Palms. That has been around. This was, I think, in the mini catalog last year. It carried over to the annual catalog. Same with this, and now they're retiring. Okay, again, this entire suite is retiring because the paper is retiring. The embossing folder is sticking around. That's that quatrefoil embossing. The stamp set is retiring, and so is the bundle. That was the Lovely and Lasting on page 25. The go-to greetings on page 26 are sticking around. Okay, so these will be sticking around. Hi, Melanie. The flowering tulips are retiring. Love those. Being from Dutch Heritage, I love those little tulips. The Amazing Year, the stamp set on page 28 is going to be retiring. So again, those will be while supplies last. When there's not a discount on it, means that they may not have a lot of them, so that will be retiring. The Painted Poppies is retiring, as is the Peaceful Moments. This has been around for several years, but let me tell you, some of the stamp sets that they have with greetings that are going to be in the new catalog are phenomenal. I love them. The Ladybug is staying. Both of these, the punch and the stamp set, are staying, but the bundle again is retiring. So if you want to get it at 10%, get it before May 1st. Actually, before April 30th. Okay, this Simply Succulent is retiring. It's 60% off right now. The dies, I think, are also, I'll get to the dies, but I think the dies are also 60% off. So that's a really, really good deal. There's a really nice couple of label dies that are in there. I love this stamp set, and I just actually picked it up as a prize for this weekend, and it's retiring, and it's going to be 30% off. But it has great greetings, like a thinking of you, and I love this wishing you the best birthday ever if you need something just kind of small on the front of a card. All right, A Little Cheesy is retiring, as is, this has been around for several years, the Celebrate Sunflowers, and the Cheerful Basket, everything in that is retiring. Okay, I'm on page 36 now with Butterfly Kisses. Again, the whole suite is retiring. These little, I think they're called, what are they called? Fun Flower Resin Shapes. Those are 50% off as of April 4th. Okay, stamp set and the dies are retiring from that. Okay, on page 38, the bundle is retiring, but the dies and the stamp set will be staying around. And I don't know if I can tell you this or not, but there's going to be another set of words that can be cut out as well. And some of the words in there are like different sentiments that aren't in here. You know what I mean? Like for different occasions. So that's kind of cool. This Art Gallery stamp set is retiring, and it's going to be 60% off. Okay, so if you love that, I love the greetings and stuff, and there's real simple, if you just need a simple line. This is staying. The swimsuit is retiring, and I love this Simply Fabulous stamp set. I have used this so much. On page 41, that is also retiring. The Peaceful Deer are retiring, as is the Trimming the Tree, and that right now is 20% off. Well, not now, as of April 4th. Have to keep saying that so people don't go on tonight and say, I didn't get the discount. All right, Christmas Seasons, retiring. This Christmas Greetings, it's Christmas to Remember, that is also retiring, as are the dies, and I'll get to that when we get to those in the back of the catalog. Happy Forest Friends is retiring, so the paper is. The ribbon right now, this is a ribbon combo pack that has Old Olive and Sahara Sand, and on April 4th, it's going to be 60% off, so I think that will go fast. 2 ribbon, I think the normal price is $8, so 60% off I think is like $3.80 or something like that, or $3.60. Okay, this is also going to be retiring. This little stitchery is retiring. So are our elephants, the elephant parade with the dies. Those are retiring. And this Pure Magic is retiring. I don't have little kids or anything like that I make cards for, so I never did get into that. So the little squirrel is retiring, as is the Glad We're Friends with the little puppy that has the fan. And then this, a grand kid, some great greetings in here, especially if you're a grandparent to an amazing grandson. That is also retiring. This is staying. This One Happy Family, where there's a whole bunch of different types of greetings and little ones again, is retiring, and that will be 20% off starting on April 4th. And this Whale Done is also retiring on page 53. Our Puffins are going to be retiring, page 54, as are the Peekaboo Farm animals. And the Piggies, oh, look at that. The Birthday Piggy is retiring, and you can get it as of April 4th for 60% off while the supplies last. Okay, so only while supplies last. All right, Abigail Rose is retiring. The paper, as of April 4th, will be 10% off. This ribbon, which you can stamp on this ribbon, it's a little bit thicker for cards, but if you want to make it as kind of like just a band across, or you want to put some tear and tape down and just put a little strip of it, you wouldn't want to put a bow or something on a card. It's pretty thick, but that's going to be 50% off. The stamp set and dies are going to be retiring from the Abigail Rose. Oh, my geraniums. Love the geraniums. This is going to be retiring along with the bundle and the dies. The Eden's Garden is retiring, and starting on April 4th, you can get that stamp set for 60% off. I want to say I looked at that, and I think the stamp set is something like $9 or something like that. All right, this Big Hooray, some big greetings, if you want to just put something really big on a card, is going to be 40% off starting April 4th. Our little Count on Me, these little animals are going to be retiring. The Season or Reasons to Smile is retiring. This is page 62 if you're following along, and that's going to be 40% off starting on April 4th. Both of the stamp sets on page 63 are retiring. I tried to be really careful when I was putting all of the percentages off and what we had was a discounted. If I missed something, I apologize. I will be posting the list on here as well as my hostess code in the description as soon as I'm done here, so that if you want to go back and look at this, you can look at the big list as well. The Stronger Together and the Stepping Stones are both retiring, and this Fresh Cut Flowers is retiring, and you can get that on after April 4th for 60% off. All right, on to A Wash in Beauty. This whole suite again is retiring. This beautiful paper, I love this. I just actually used this for my stamp club just this month, is going to be 10% off starting on April 4th. Stamp set and the dies. I love this die that has like these diamond shapes in there. It's awesome. It's kind of a background die. All right, the Nature's Harvest is going to be retiring, both the stamp set and the dies. I did this for some sort of this was in the mini catalog, and I think I had to do this last spring for, a year ago. I think I had to do that for a swap. This stamp set, all these little greetings that's through it together are retiring. That's page 69. On page 70, oh, I love these little fish and the punch that goes with them. It's so cool. Both are retiring, and the olive branch is retiring, and you can get that for 20% off after April 4th. This will be carrying over. This is a really easy stamp set to just make a really wow impression. You don't have to emboss anything and do emboss resist. It looks like it when you stamp it on there because this stays white and you've got the color. But this stamp set is retiring, and you can get it for 60% off after April 4th. Both the Flowers of Friendship and the Forever Fern are going to be retiring. And I did not look to see if everything is still available. I don't know where things are at. Once they announce the retirement list, that's why I wanted to do this as quickly as possible. So if there's something you absolutely want, you can go on and see if it's still available. Both the Honeybee Home and the bundle are retiring. The Blessings of Home is retiring, and this is 60% off. And I just used this stamp during my stamp club this month as well. We used that as a background stamp to make some paper, like make it look like there was designer paper that we were using. So the whole thing is retiring on page 75. Okay, page 76, the Speedy Recovery is retiring. And both of the things, this saddens me so much. Inspired Thoughts. Love, love, love the greetings here. I think every sympathy card I've made in the last couple years has used sheltering you with love at a time when words fall short. But if you are the same as me and you love that greeting and you've overused it like I have, just be assured that there is a greeting set that has like the inside of a sympathy card that I like as much or maybe even a little bit better than this one. So that is coming. So retired. He's the Man is retiring. The stamp set is staying. The bundle is retiring, as is the paper. And the gems are staying. All right, everything on page 80 is retiring, and you can get this little Let's Set sales stamp set for 10% off after April 4th. All right, this is staying. The whiskey business is staying. The tech support is retiring. The Brood for You is staying, but you will not be able to get, if you want the bundle with the dies, you will not be able to get it for the 10% discount after, as soon as supplies run out, I think it is. I think it's May 1st. After May 1st, you can't get it as a bundle. All right, this Better Days is retiring, and it's 60% off. And this is another one that it's like, oh my gosh, even just for this one stamp or these couple of greetings, and maybe if you like that, I'm thinking that's going to be a really cheap stamp set. This is staying. The bundle is retiring. On page 85, The Adventurous Journey is retiring. The Bamboo Beauty on page 86 is retiring, as is the Vintage Tools on page 87. But the Wild and Sweet Little Animals are staying, and they're adding another set that kind of goes with them that has giraffes. It has like a baby and a mama giraffe and some other things. So it kind of goes along with the same kind of look. I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you this or not. I hope I don't get in trouble. I'm not showing you anything. I'm just kind of telling you my impressions of things that I remember when I look through it. All right. The Heron Habitat, both are retiring. Okay. The Treasured Kindness is retiring. That's on page 89. And then the Sun Prince, again, is retiring. Paper's retiring. The bundle is retiring, but the stamp set and dies are actually staying. You just can't get it again as a bundle. Oh, Wisteria Wishes, bye-bye. Botanical Layers, that is staying. However, the bundle is retiring. Oh, hi, Lila. I didn't know if you were there. All right, the Waterfall Canyon stamp set, 60% off as of April 4th. So if you were looking at this and you kind of wanted it, maybe you have the mountain one already and you wanted this to kind of go together a little bit. Oh, I just lost my camera. Just a second. Someone was probably trying to call me. Hang tight. I will get right with you. I promise. Let's see here. Mobile device. Let's connect. Allow. There we go. I'm back. Sorry about that. I think when someone tries to call me, even though I do have Do Not Disturb on, I think for some reason it kicks me out. I don't know why. But I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. Hi, Marcia Lynn from Wisconsin. So this is going to be 60% starting April 4th. The mountain one, these are the two-sided stamps. So this is on one side and this is on the reverse side. So you just flip the stamps over. The flower jars, that is our jars of flowers. That's retiring as well. Oh, love this birdhouse set. I just love that. This is retiring. That's on page 96. On page 97, the Ranunculus Romance, I think that's how you pronounce that. I had no idea that was a type of flower. And now the lady that I always buy flowers from, I've seen her advertise that she had some ranunculus flowers, roses or whatever they are. They look like kind of like roses. I'd never heard of that before. Shows how much I know about flowers. Anyhow, Color and Contour is sticking around. Textured Chic is retiring. The paper is retiring. The Distressed Gold is coming back, as is the stamp set. The dies are coming back, but you won't be able to get it as a bundle. Okay, so that will be coming back. The Lighthouse Point, the dies, and the stamp set are both retiring. This stamp set with the Waves of Inspiration is staying. You will not be able to get it as a bundle. Okay, so the bundle will retire. Shaded Summer's been around for a while. That is retiring. I love these watercolor shapes as just like a little background without having to watercolor myself. That is retiring. I'm on page 102. And then these Pretty Birds, everything is retiring. So the birds and the dies and the bundle, everything. All right, so that's page 103. Page 104, The Beauty of Friendship is going to be retiring, as is the Dragonfly Garden. All right. And then on page 106, the Wildflower Path. I love this stamp set, but there are some nice ones coming in the catalog, so I can part ways with some of them. The Eclectic Garden is retiring, and it's going to be 60% starting on April 4th. And then the Hand Pen Petals, that's going to be retiring. That's been around in a couple of catalogs. Hues of Happiness, the whole thing is retiring. The stamp set will be staying. The dies will be staying, but the bundle will be retiring. The paper will be going away. Page 110, the Willow Tree, the whole thing is retiring. The dies and the stamp set. The Hydrangea Haven stamp set is retiring, and starting April 4th, it will be 50% off. While supplies last. This is coming back. The Graceful Tiles is retiring. The Uniquely Artistic on page 114, that is retiring as of April 4th. It will be 30% off. The Hello Beautiful is retiring, and as of April 4th, that one will be 60% off. This bundle where you get the punch with all the Alphabest, the bundle is retiring, but both the punch and the letters the Alphabest are staying around, the stamp set. Then we have our background. Oh my gosh, we're already to the background. The Butterfly Brilliance is retiring. The Pretty Medallion is retiring. Knit Together, Stack Stone, all on page 116. Those are retiring. The Bouquet of Thanks is retiring. The Tropical Hideaway is retiring. The Daybrush is retiring. The Daisy Garden. Okay, all of those are retiring. There was no discount off, I don't think, on any of those. At least I didn't write anything. All right, then on page 118, the Heavenly Hollyhocks. All of this is retiring. And if you haven't seen how beautiful this is, the dies that go with this are absolutely beautiful. The limited edition, this is where you can get the copyright if you decide to sell any. If you give any Stampin' Up! Cards away, you don't necessarily have to put the copyright on, but if you sell anything, you do have to put the copyright on, and this is one of the stamp sets that has that for you. All right, then we get to paper. This is the sad part, right? So, in colors that are 22 to 24, all of them will be staying, all right? All of the 21, 23 are retiring except for Fresh Freesia. Fresh Freesia is sticking around in the color refresh. Okay, so anything, you'll see the gems, the ribbons that are with this color are all going to be gone. The other colors that are going to be going away, Mango Melody, Bermuda Bay, Pacific Point, Mary Merlot, Soft Suede, Sahara Sand, Rich Razzleberry, Blushing Bride, So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, and Mint Macaron. Okay, so those are all of our retiring colors. I did give you a list of new colors that are coming, and holy cow. Like, I really liked the Lemon Lolly better than I think I like the So Saffron, at least from what I can see in the video that we got to see of it. And I love the Bubble Bath compared to this Blushing Bride. It's just a soft, soft pink. So there are some things coming. There are some, like the Pumpkin Pie is going to be moving to our Brights to kind of replace that Mango Melody. And then there's something different in the Brights. So some of the colors are moving to different families. And I think like the Rich or the Blackberry Bliss is going to the neutrals to make room for other Regals. So there's some that are going to be moving around a little bit. All right, so those are the colors. So again, if you do not have ink refills for some of these colors and you maybe have the pads for them and you're really, the ink pads, and you're really sad that they're going, I would probably order those ink refills right away before they're out. And I haven't even looked today to see if any of those, since they announced them, have already gone out of stock or not, because usually Stampin' Up! Lets some of that stuff run low at the end because they know they don't want to have a whole lot of it in stock if they're going to be getting rid of it. So I don't know how much is left of any of this as far as paper and ink refills and stuff. Okay, then the soft pastels. Gosh, I swear I saw those. I swear I saw those, but I wrote on there that they're retiring. So these are all retiring, like all of the little families. All of the adhesives are staying the same. All of this is staying the same. Okay, our paper again. Abigail Rose is 10% off as of April 4th. The Awash and Beauty is 10% off. The Butterfly Kisses will be 20% off after on April 4th. And then Retire, 60% off for the Lovely and Linen. I don't think I said that when we were on that one. So 60% off for that one. 30% off for the Pretty Prince. This is really pretty paper. And Retire, the Tea Boutique, 30% off. Retire. This Host paper is retiring. Okay, then we get to our Memories and More. The Textured Chic Memories and More card pack, 40% off. The cards and envelopes are 40% off. This all starts April 4th. 60% off for Today is the Day Memories and More. This book is retiring. I already talked about the cards and envelopes here. Our Slimline envelopes are going away. You can get those for 10% off after April or on April 4th. Oh, got a lot here. All right, the 6x6 Glimmer paper is going away, 60% off as of April 4th. All of this is as of April 4th. The Brush Stroke 12x12 is going to be 50% off. The Golden Rose Metallic Specialty Paper will be 30% off. The Brushed Metallic Cardstock will be 40% off. The Copper is going to be retiring and the Gold is staying. It's not a percentage off, if you can't read my writing there. The Vellum that is called Layering Designs is going to be 50% off. The Pearlescent paper, love that paper, is going to be 20% off. This Lovely Layers Vellum is going to be 50% off. And the Craft 6x6 is retiring. That will be 20% off. And the linen paper, which I have this and I haven't used it yet, but it's pretty cool. It looks like linen, is going to be 50% off. All right, then we have our boxes and things like that on page 140. The Scallop Craft Treat boxes are going to be 60% off starting April 4th. The Craft Gift boxes, these fit a standard size card, an A2 card. So they're nice for giving away cards. So if you want to stock up on them now as early, I'm going to use these for Christmas. Those are going to be 30% off. These Peekaboo treat bags are retiring. The embossed treat bags are going to be 20% off, and the Delicate Details treat boxes are going to be 50% off. All right, then we get to some of our embellishments, and the 2022-24 in color matte dots are going to be 50% off starting April 4th. Oh, I love these sequins. If you like to make shaker cards. These sequins are awesome. There's a green, pink, and blue pack of each of them. They're going to be 50% off. I think I already talked about these flowers, so I didn't put them in here again because they were already with the butterfly. So go back. I can go back. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to waste the time right now, but I did talk. I think they were maybe 50 or 60. I don't want to say for certain. Okay, these sprig trinkets are going to be 50% off starting April 4th. The flower trinkets are going to be 40% off. Those opal rounds that are in the retiring in colors will be 20% off. The red rhinestone jewels are going to be 10% off. The champagne rhinestone jewels are going to be 10% off. Basic pearls. Oh, they're keeping the flat pearls that we had, and they're getting rid of the basic pearls. Those are going to be 50% off. The opal rounds will be 50% off. Love these elegant faceted gems. There's like a petal pink, and then there's like a white, and there's a clear. They look really nice on cards. Those will be 60% off starting on April 4th. You guys are going to say she's a broken record, but I don't know when people are jumping on, and I don't want people to go tonight and place an order and think they're going to get this discount. Okay, these solid faceted gems, 30% off. The black matte dots are retiring, and those will be 40% off. The sparkle and shine sequins will be 50% off. These loose flower flourishes will be 60% off. These are awesome. Polished pink, pale papaya, and I think that's fresh freesia in there. All right, and then we have the effervescent elements. These look really nice in those jar, like that jar punch. To put that in there, it kind of looks like when you put little rocks in vases and stuff. This is retiring the heart pearls, no percentage off. The pastel pearls, 50%. The faux sea glass, 50%. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. That's all on page 143 if you're following along. All right, then we have our ribbon. Ooh, page 145. Early espresso, this is like it's faux suede, is going to be 40% off starting April 4th. Some of you might be setting your alarm clocks for 1 a.m. because I think it starts at midnight Mountain Time, which would be 1 a.m. our time, to make sure you get your orders right. Pool Party sheer ribbon, 30% off. This I love. This one's a little bit thicker, the rose gold and white. I haven't used it on a lot because it is a thicker ribbon, but it's nice for on like packages and stuff. 30% off. Oh, this white crinkled seam binding. As much as I did not like it when we first got it, I started to love it because you can color it any color. This is 10% off. This is also retiring. When we did the Forest Friends, I said what it was. I want to say it was 50 or 60% off, but you can look back on that. Oh, this metallic mesh ribbon is going to be 30% off. And the gray granite, this is like a shimmery ribbon that's absolutely beautiful. Will be 50% off. Real red mini ruffled ribbon, 50% off. Look at this window pane check that's in evening evergreen. That's going to be 60% off. And then the petal pink, this is like a really soft polyester. It's going to be 40% off. Those are all on page 145 ribbons. If you want to take a screenshot of it, you can read my messy handwriting as I looked through it. This is also, I think, 50% off, but again, I did it in the bundle, so they only listed it once on the sheet that I had, so I didn't go back and do it again. This silver with metallic edge cotton ribbon is going to be 50% off. I think the Baker's Twine is staying. All of this ribbon is retiring. They're all 60% off except for the soft succulent is going to be 40% and the evening evergreen is going to be 30%. The rest will be 60% off of that weave ribbon that's in the in colors that are retiring. And then that frayed white ribbon is going to be 50% off, and this gold, love this gold shimmer ribbon. It's really, really soft and it looks really nice on things. That is going to be 20% off. Now, Stamparatus. Stamparatus is going to be retiring. Anything that's left after let me think of this. Anything that's left after May 1st, it will be on the online exclusive. So it's not going to be in the catalog, but while they have supplies last, you will be able to still find it on the online exclusives, is what I read. Okay, the magnets you can get for 50% off, and the little foam mat. So if you're using photopolymer stamps, you have to have like a foam mat underneath. That is going to be 50% off. Okay, then none of this is retiring. If we get to our punches, I think I already said the fish were retiring. I don't have the sailboat on there as retiring, but the set was. Okay. The Lovely Labels Pick a Punch, that is retiring, page 152. I know I jumped ahead here a few pages. Going to be 40% off as of April 4th. The Medium Daisy will be 40% off. The Dual Hearts will be 50% off, so one's scalloped and one's a straight heart. The Rectangle Postage Stamp will be 40% off as of April 4th. The Label Me Fancy will be 40% off. This Flower and Leaves, now the stamp set is retiring as well, will be 40% off. The Label Me Lovely will be 30% off. And these Starlit Stars will be 20% off. All right, then we have more. The Evergreen Border will be 40% off as of April 4th. The Jar will be 50% off. The Essential Tag will be 50% off. The Whale will be 50% off. The Building a Tulip will be 50% off. And that Deer Builder, it has like the antlers and things that are all the nose, so you can cut, do those in different, punch those in different colors. That will be 40% off as well. I don't know that I have, it looks like I have a couple of things. Oh, they did have a thing where you could get the Sending Smiles collection along with the embossing, the little embossing machine. That special is retiring. Okay, so you won't be able to get those two things together anymore. All right, our dies. The Build a Butterfly retiring is going to be 50% off. The Blessings of, or Flowers of Home dies, 60% off as of April 4th. The Full Basket will be 30% off. The Cottage Flowers, 30% off. The Teacup dies will be 50% off. The Little Elephant dies will be 60% off. So you'd be further ahead at this point instead of buying those stamp sets as a stamp set and dies as a bundle, of buying each one separate, because the dies are 60% off. Better than 10%. Okay, then the Blossoming Happiness dies, 60% off. The Layering Hollyhocks, 60% off. The little friends here, the Forest Friends, Happy Forest, I guess they're called, 60% off. The Heron dies are retiring. It doesn't say that they're a percentage off, so I'm trusting myself here. Honeybee Blooms, 60% off. Lighthouse dies, 50% off. The Harvest dies, again, that stamp set is retiring as well, 60% off. The Geranium dies, 60% off. So again, you'd be further ahead to buy the stamp set, buy the dies, or for this one, you wouldn't even have to buy the stamp set, because some of these dies you can work without if you can't get the stamp set for some reason. All right, the Bird House dies, 60% off. The Organic Beauty, again, remember I said this beautiful background die is gorgeous. That's going to be 60% off. The Willow dies is retiring, no percentage off. The Wisteria dies are going to be 20% off. All again starting April when? April 4th. All right, the Amazing Thanks is retiring, 60% off. Artisan Editions, 60% off. Beautiful Shapes. This goes with the beautiful stamp set that was 60% off. I think it was 60. The dies that go with it are 20% off. These beautiful butterflies, 60% off. Brilliant Wings. Page 169 I'm on. The Brushed Shapes are retiring. They will be 40% off on April 4th. The Daffodil dies will be 60% off. Again, the stamp set's retiring. These Delicate Edge dies, 60% off. The Eden's dies, I think the stamp set was also 50 or 60% off, and the dies are 60% off. These are some nice border things that you can get. The Enchanted Detail, 60%. Fabulous Frames, love this, 40%. Fancy Frames, 50%. Again, all of this is starting April 4th. Floral Gallery, 60%. Flowering Flourish, 50%. And the Hydrangea, 60%. And I think that stamp set might have been on sale too, if I remember correctly. All of that's on page 171. All right, continuing along. Layering circles. There are some dies that have circles in, not one that's going to be all circles. Layering Diorama, 30% off. That Love You More Than, the stamp set's retiring, so are the dies. The dies you can get for 40% off starting April 4th. The Majestic Mountain, that goes along with the stamp set, 60% off. The Painted Labels, that was the one that went with like the poppies and stuff, that's 60% off. Those palms that go with the stamp set, 60% off. The Penned Flowers, retiring, 60% off. The Perfect Plants, 60% off. I don't think that was the one that was with the succulents. I think that's coming up yet. Picture this. I even like this for like the circles and stuff. You can cut it out and you can put little peekaboo things in there, but these nice rectangles. I just used this rectangle in my stamp club this last month. 20% off. The Poppy Moments, 60% off. Here, the Potted Succulents. I think the stamp set was 50 or 60% off, and so are the dies. So you could look at that background one. Ooh, love that background die. Pretty Pillow Box, 40% off. Pretty Pop-Ups is retiring, and the Ranunculus flower set there, the dies that go with it are 60% off. All right, we got one more page. Oh, two more pages of dies. Okay, I just used this in my stamp club. 60% off for that Rugged Icons. It's got a fun fishing pole. This is cool. It's a little bit putsy, a guitar. It's a great man dies to add to cards. The Seaside Seashells, 60% off. The Seasonal Labels are retiring. The Sequins are retiring, 60% off. Love this split card texture. I used this part a lot. Retiring. Oh, Stitched Greenery. This is the one that makes like the little stitching of the leaves. That's 40%. Stitched Rectangles are going away, 30%. Summer Shadows goes with the Shaded Summer stamp set, I think. 60% off. The Sunflowers dies that go with the Sunflower set, that's retiring, 30% off. This is a one of those folders and dies that go together. That's retiring, 20% off. And then the tulips that go with that tulip stand set you can get now for 60% off. All right, then our embossing folders, page 176. Again, when I say that they're a discount, it starts on April 4th. Brick and Mortar 3D is retiring 10%. Gingham 60%. The Hive 3D 60%. Into the Clouds 60%. The Let's Celebrate is retiring, not a discount. The Pretty Flowers is retiring 20%. The Seashells 3D 60%. The Thanks and Hello 50%. And the Wintry 3D is retiring, but not a percentage off at all. All of the Hostess stamp sets are retiring. Now, if you place an order in here with all of these retired things, and you can combine it with the mini catalog. Look at this. I couldn't even find a mini catalog. I had to print it last night because I didn't have a mini catalog left. I met somebody in Florida who was a stamper, and I had one catalog left, and I ended up giving it to her. So if you end up placing an order, and again, if it's over $150, don't use my host code because you get your own Hostess benefits. And you can get some of these stamp sets yet or this fun paper. It's all retiring, so now would be the time to get that. All right. Then in the mini catalog. Oh, you ready for this? I know, Sarah, so many things retiring, but like you said, excited to see the new catalog because there's also exciting things in there. I have my favorite bundle already. It's the new in colors are very earth tones. It's like a mauve, and there's like it's called boho blue, but then it's like wheat and pebbled path, and you can imagine they're very earth tones. And there's a set that has like some green, not greenery, but it goes really, really well with the earth tones. I can't wait to play with it. I don't know how to explain it. All right, mini catalog. Let's flip through here. And again, I apologize that I printed it on paper. I could have missed. Okay, so again, all of the bundles will be retiring. You will not be able to get this as a bundle, but the stamp set will be sticking around. The papers are retiring, but the gems and the ribbon will be coming back from this set. Okay, so the stamp sets and the punch are coming back. It's just the bundle that's retiring. Or again, stamp set stays, the bundle retires, the dies are staying. Okay, so just the bundle is retiring. Milkshake staying, dies staying. Will not be able to get it as a bundle. So if you want to get it for 10%, you would have to get it now. Or 10% off. All right, the opaque adhesive backed gems, those are the ones that have like the purple and there's fresh freesia and stuff. Those are going to be retiring, and starting on April 4th, you can get those for 20% off. This Love Cats, if you love cats, it's retiring. All right, the whole suite, you can't get the suite of products anymore. It's going to be retiring. The bundles will be retiring. Stamp sets and dies will be staying. Okay, so you won't be able to buy it as a bundle. This little shimmer paper, it has like, I think this is maybe mint macaron or soft succulent, fresh freesia and gold. It's going to be 20% off starting April 4th. Paper is retiring. Gems and the ribbon are sticking around. All right. Stamp set, dies, sticking around, just can't get the bundle. Stamp set, dies, sticking around, just won't be able to get the bundle. All right, here's for this one. This is confusing. So this was offered in both cling and photopolymer. The cling will be retiring. So if you like cling stamps and you wanted that, you would have to order it now. The photopolymer is sticking around. The dies are sticking around. The bundle itself is retiring. So you'll still be able to get the stamp set, just in photopolymer. So that's the one that you can see through. Okay, 18, page 19, this is retiring. That's supposed to be minus 10%. So this will be a 10% discount starting April 4th. The Spring Blessings on page 19. Okay, page 21. This is all retiring. The stamp set starting April 4th will be 10% off, and the dies that go with it will be 40% off starting on April 4th. All right, the whole bundle is retiring. Of course, the paper is retiring, and that starting April 4th, this is beautiful paper you can get for 20% off. Both of the stamp sets are staying. I have stays. This is retiring. Ribbon and those pearls, those really flat pearls, those are going to be staying. All right. That must be staying. All right, our bird, our nested friends, that's going to be staying. The dies are going to be staying. The bundle is the only thing that's retiring, so you won't be able to get that 10% discount. The queen bee, the dies are going to be 60% off starting on April 4th. The bundle is retiring. I could not find this in the new catalog, but it also wasn't listed on my retirement list. So I think it's retiring, but because I could not find it in the new catalog. I don't know. I can't imagine that it would go to an online exclusive. So I think it maybe was just missed. Or I just missed it. All right, Silly Goose. This is another one of those, page 27. That's a little confusing. The cling version of it is retiring. The photopolymer version of it is staying. Okay, so the Silly Goose will be staying, but it'll only be available in photopolymer. All right, these background stamps, hand-drawn dots, will be 60% starting April 4th, and the layered stripes will be 20% off starting April 4th. This is sticking around. This whole bundle is retiring. Okay, bundles are retiring. Stamp set, dies and punch, sticking around. This paper is sticking around. Everything on here, the milky dots are already gone, and this paper will be retiring as well, the Regency part. So here I have it. Stays, the bundle retires. Stamp set, dies stay, and the bundle is retired. On the farm, retiring. The dies you will be able to get as of April 4th. If you've been looking at this and you really like these little dies, 60% off starting April 4th. All right, here's another one of those crazy ones. Cling, retiring. Photopolymer staying. Cling, all of it, actually all of this is retiring. You can still get the dies though. All right, you can't get it as a bundle. All right, I love this stamp set, and this is such a good deal. This is the Marigold Moments. This is how it stamps is so cool. It's one of those two-step stamps, and it's super easy to line those up. And these have some little details that you can stamp in it. I've used this, I think, for 3 cards in my clubs and buffets. You can get the stamp set for 60% off starting April 4th and the dies. You can get that whole thing for 60% off. It's so awesome. All right, that's worth it. This is retiring. I love this stamp set. There's some cool sayings on that. The Way to Grow on page 38 is retiring, and it will be 40% off. Okay, then we have our Conversation Bubbles on page 39. Starting April 4th, you can get the stamp set for 60% off, the dies for 20% off. The Gnomes are retiring. All right, so those will be gone. All of this is retiring, no percentage off. The punch is already out of stock. 42, the whole suite is retiring. All right, the bundle is retiring. So are the stamps and the dies, and I'll give you those discounts on the next page. These gold faceted adhesive back sequins will be 20% off starting on April 4th. This pale papaya ribbon will be 20% off. The delicate desert paper will be 30% off. There's some really pretty paper in there. And then the stamp set, all of it is retiring, and the dies will be 60% off starting on April 4th. All right, this Kind and Sincere stamp set is going to be retiring as of April 4th. It will be 40% off. And the Like an Animal, this has like really shimmery paper on one side, and then it's more subdued on the other side, is going to be 30% off starting April 4th. The Little Ballet Beauty will be 10% off starting April 4th. It's retiring. This Vellum Basics is coming back along with some other vellum. Decorative Borders, super easy to make simple cards that look nice. Retires, going to be 20% off starting April 4th. And our little Taco Fiesta is coming back. I'm excited about that. The Squeeze, the Sweet Citrus, sending you a big squeeze. Both the dies and the embossing folder and the stamp set, they're all staying, but the bundle will be retiring. So you won't be able to get it at a 10% discount. The whole bundle is retiring. The paper is retiring. Everything else is staying, except you won't be able to get the stamp set and die as a bundle. But the rest of it is, I think the rest of it is staying. The stamp set and the dies. I know those are staying. I'm pretty sure that's staying. Otherwise, I would have written it on here. So I just have to trust myself. The bundle is retiring, but these are both staying. Okay, it's the Bunny and the Bunny Punch. Bunny Punch was out of stock, but it is coming back because it is staying. All right, here's another one of those funny ones. The cling of this is retiring. The photopolymer is staying, and the bundle is retiring, but the punch is still staying. Okay, so we got rid of one of those punches where you can kind of pick what you want, and you can do it in different sizes, but we've got this new one that's staying. All right, this Rejoice in Him is retiring. The bundle of the Dainty Delight is retiring, but you can still buy the stamp set. You'll still be able to buy the stamp set and the dies in the new catalog. This is retiring, this Occasionally Funny, and you can get it for 40% off starting April 4th. Oh, this is a really good deal too. I love, love, love this Ginkgo branch. You can get the stamp set for 60% off, and you can get the dies for 60% off starting April 4th. There's a beautiful With Sympathy, Sending Hope and Peace, Thinking of You, wonderful label die to cut out, and then this thing is just absolutely beautiful when you cut it out. I've used this one a couple of times too because I love the sympathy and Thinking of You. Okay, this whole suite again is going to be retiring. Stamp set's retiring. The dies are retiring. You can get the dies for 20% off starting on April 4th. The twine is retiring. These little stickers are retiring. You can get those for 30% off. And this wonderful paper is retiring. You'll be able to get that for 20% off starting on April 4th. All right, other side. This beautiful thistle, both the dies and the stamp set are 60% off. Beautiful. I have so many flowers, I didn't end up getting this one, but this one is actually really, the detail and stuff in that thistle in the dies is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see that real well on the camera, but nothing going away here. These layering decorative masks are going to be retiring. You can get those for 30% off starting April 4th, and that's sticking around. On page 63, the brushed bouquet, the dies, and the stamp set, everything's retiring. Nothing discounted that I could see. The picturesque, saying a lot of words, page 64 is going to be retiring, and on April 4th, you can start getting that for 50% off while supplies last. This I was shocked at. The framed florets is retiring. All of it's retiring. The dies, as of April 4th, you can get for 60% off. So that's those layering frames and stuff. Oh, just gorgeous. You don't even need, I mean, yes, some of this cuts that out, but even some of the other things just to use these frames without the stamp set. Oh, gorgeous. All right, 66. This stamp set, it didn't say it was retiring, so I think that's coming back. The dies are retiring, and they're going to be 60% off. Unless I somehow missed that, I guess it's coming back. I don't know. I looked at it like 3 times, and I didn't see the stamp set there. All right, love this Best Day. One of my favorite stamp sets. It's retiring. And the Ready to Ride. Okay, the stamp set is staying. The dies are staying. The bundle is retiring. These adhesive back studs that go with it are going to be 20% off. And this paper, if you like different like motorcycle-y type things, this is going to be 20% off starting on April 4th. All right, and then just the bundle is going to be retiring. Everything else is staying on that one. And this stamp set is staying. And that stamp set is staying. All right, now we're at the Memories and More. The Enjoy the Adventure, 20% off starting April 4th. And the cards and envelopes will also be 20% off starting April 4th. I think I have to skip a whole bunch of this stuff because we already did some of it. Like I did all these dies already when we did that, so I didn't have to do it again. Because they listed them with the bundles this time. I don't know why. Okay, and then this is where everything is in the catalog. Let's see. What do I have left? Oh, Hostess sets. Again, if you place an over $150 order and you want like this paper or you want this At the Pond, now would be the time to get it because it will be retiring and you won't be able to get it after that. I think we made it through both catalogs. Woohoo! All right, let me come back to you. It's gotten dark, so I don't know. I'm not even, there we go. I still have a light shining on me a little bit. Let me see if I had any questions. Sarah Marquardt, they're not doing away with the bundles, period. What they do is When a catalog comes out, whether it be a mini catalog or an annual catalog, the first year that it appears in the catalog, they will put the bundles together. And then after that, they separate them because they can't have that many bundles that they're featuring in the catalog. So all of the new stuff will be in bundles, and then this stuff splits. So all of the new stuff that you're going to see in the new catalog, that will all be in bundles. And then next year, if that stuff is carried over, the bundles will be split as well. Good question. Any other questions? No, everybody was just kind of watching or tuning me out. All right. I hope that helps you. Okay. I don't think I see any questions anywhere. Like I said, I will post the lists. There's 2 different lists. I will post them right after this. I have to I want to upload them into a Google Sheet for you so that it's easier for you to see them all. And then I will also put my hostess code on there so that if you wanted to place an order and it's going to be under $150, I would appreciate if you use that because that helps me with prizes. But other than that, if it's over $150, make sure you take your own rewards. All right, I think that's it. I have to go start. I know what I'm going to do for Saturday. I have an idea. I have a technique in mind, and I have a layout in mind. I'm just trying to think if I want to do the layout or if I want to change it to a fun fold. So I got to do a little bit of that yet tonight because tomorrow, I don't know, I have something going on tomorrow. I don't know what I have going on. I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow night. I don't remember. But I have to get to work. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope that helped you so that you didn't have to look through all the lists, but I'll send the list in case you want to look back at anything. So have a great evening, and I will see you at 8:30.